So I'm still waiting for the sun to be completely gone to do this test.
I already talked about the Canon 10-18mm f4.5 5.6 IS STM. It's a wonderful lens. It's really wide. It's sharp. I can't really find any negative point about it. Only one thing. It's not a fast lens. The maximum aperture doesn't let much light in. It's not good in low light conditions. But let's say you buy this lens because it's really good for vlogging. It's wide, it's sharp and everything. And you find yourself at night, outdoors, with only street lights. How bad is it gonna be? Would the footage be usable at all? So, right now, I'm going out and I'm going to bring nothing but my M50 with the 10-18mm and the adapter, the Viltrox adapter, and my faithful Joby Gorilla Pod. It's gonna get dark really soon, therefore I'll be shooting in very low light conditions. Let's see what happens. I don't think I'm gonna need my sunglasses. Let's go.
Still waiting for the sun to be completely away from the horizon, so it'll be completely dark. So I'm looking for a place with low light, yeah, but decent light. This lens, the 10-18mm, is all I brought with me today, right now for this test, because I want to test this lens with this camera in low light conditions, because I already know there are better lenses for low light conditions, like for example, not for vlogging, but if you want to use it for B-rolls, interviews or other things, it depends. The Nifty 50, the 50mm 1.8 Canon, it's a wonderful lens and it works like a charm. I'll probably put a link or something to one of my videos where I use it at night in Benidorm. I think I should put a card up here, I think. So I'm still waiting for the sun to be completely gone to do this test. And I know the Canon 10-18mm IS STM, it's an EF-S lens. It works only on APC crop sensors, cameras. It won't work on a full frame. If you try, you might damage your camera. By the way, I know this lens is not really suitable for low light conditions, but I want to test it anyway. I mean, I know there are many options out there, but many people just can't afford it. Like something like the Sigma 18-35mm. It's awesome, f1.8, and it's just like great, but you know, pretty expensive. For me it is. This Canon 10-18mm starts at f4.5, so it's pretty dark. So I tried to find a way to walk around that and see if I can, in the end, produce some decent footage. It's getting pretty dark. They turned the lights on, and looks like kind of reddish, but I don't know. I will have to see it later. I'm currently at ISO 1600, and this is the result with ISO 1600. 30 frames per second, shutter speed 150th, not 160th, otherwise it would interfere with the artificial lights and I would get like flickering lights. If you see people wearing, like especially kids, wearing strange things, it's because it's Halloween. It's almost completely dark. And I repeat, Canon M50 with a 10-18mm lens, STM f4.5, open all the way to f4.5, 30 frames per second. I don't know what it would look like in post on the computer, but definitely, I mean, I feel like I can vlog with this, but it's too early to judge. Just gonna wait to see it on the computer later.
Halloween!
Yeah, it's Halloween. Say it.
It's Halloween. Look at Halloween there.
It means there are people wearing Halloween costumes over there. But by the way, if you use this lens, oh my god, it's so grainy. Like right now, 3200 ISO. I'm gonna put it down a little bit because I think it's pretty grainy, isn't it? The colors are good, but I don't know about the quality. We will see it in a bit. I mean, that's what you will actually see. Alright, back to ISO 1600. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's not grainy, but honestly, I can't tell from the little LCD screen. But this is what it looks like, and let's say it's almost completely dark. Yeah, the light that you see comes from artificial lights here and the moon up there. I mean, not this is not the moon, this is the moon. I will never get tired of repeating this. If you own a Canon M50, you must buy a Canon 10-18mm. I mean, if you want to vlog, but also for photography is good. As for this video, in low light conditions, if it works, if it's good enough for you, or if you think you might need a Sigma 18-35mm or something of the kind. Another lens I can suggest, I think I mentioned this earlier in this video, you may want to buy for low light conditions, for B-rolls, for anything. One very good, wonderful, or like I always say, awesome lens for pretty much everything but vlogging is the Nifty 50, the Canon 50mm 1.8. It's good for both full frame cameras and APC crop sensors, and its price is awesome. Well, final consideration. From what I see from the LCD screen, it looks decent, just with the artificial lights here, and not even the moon anymore. But it depends what you want to use it for. Like for me, for vlogging, I think it's okay. If later I put it on the computer and I see that it sucks, I'm gonna change my mind. I feel naked without my sunglasses.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I got home and I took a look at the videos I shot with the 10-18mm in low light conditions, and I don't know, I can't say I'm disappointed because I was expecting it. This lens, it's not supposed to be good in low light. How bad is it? Well, it depends. It goes without saying, it's not usable for professional works in low light conditions, even though it's a wonderful lens during the day or with good lighting. Starting at f.4, the only way to get more light in the video is through the ISO. When I set the ISO, even at 1600, the video starts being grainy. Of course, I mean, it could be fixed in post, but I'm not going to do that. I want to show you the way it comes out from the camera. I just put a little bit of color grading, but I didn't modify the digital noise. I want you to see real world outcome from this lens and this camera. There are alternatives besides the Sigma 18-35 1.8. It's around 700 euros here in Europe. There are alternatives. For example, the 22mm, which is a native lens for the Canon M50, and it's supposed to be really good. Or the 24mm for crop sensor cameras. And that's an f2.8, which is still better than the 3.5 kit lens and the 4.5 of the 10-18mm. However, if you like the 10-18mm because it's wide, you're not going to be happy with a 22 or a 24mm in a crop sensor camera. And the second issue with these two lenses is that they don't have any stabilization. So if you like vlogging with just a GorillaPod handheld like this going around, it's gonna be pretty shaky. And anyway, going back to this lens, the 10-18mm, if you don't need it for professional purposes, I think it's acceptable. I mean, yeah, it sucks in low light. It really sucks. Always remember, it's not just about the camera, the lens, the perfect quality. It's about the story. It's about what you have to say. The best camera and the best lens is the one that we have in that very moment. We don't have anything else. So sometimes we're obliged to shoot with our phone because we don't have anything else, and maybe something's going on, it's happening, and you don't want to miss it. So I wouldn't worry too much about it.